Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, listen, my time is running down and I have got to get in and get out with this broadcast. So I'm coming in to talk about a story that I've been hearing about. I haven't wanted to speak about it, but I saw a video earlier and the video sparked me into thinking about the self-love lessons for this story. I'm also finding it very interesting the way I'm hearing people talk about the story. And as a woman who is in the self-empowerment space, the self-improvement space, the space where we do the work to make ourselves as best as we can be, I decided to come out and give my take on it so that I could at least have my voice in the space in case you're interested in hearing my point of view. There are a few people who sent this to me as well as another story. And good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm doing this story first, and I have a little bit more than an hour. So this is part one. I have a meeting at the top of the next hour. So we have 5 minutes before this hour, and then at the top of the next hour, which is an hour and 5 minutes, I have a meeting for which I have to get off of here, and I will be coming back. So what I'm going to do is, I see that there are a few other content creators that have receipts for this story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch their video in this one, but go and support the main video because we're not going to be able to get through it all in this one video. So we are going to come back for a part two. And please do, yes, give our props to the ladies who have gathered all of these sources. I'm going to be looking at Yanie's video. I know a lot of you know Yanie, love her, so go support her channel. As a matter of fact, let me get the link for her video. Let me click share and grab the link. This is gonna do the long link. Let me put the link inside my video so that you all can go to Yanie's. I'm not sure if I will pull up anybody else's video in this one because I haven't seen Yanie's video, so I don't know what's inside of it. I'm hoping that she has all of the links and stuff. She's typically pretty thorough. So let me go ahead and do this. Let's go get live on every platform. Let's do that. Let's do that. We are live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. Let me do this. Copy, paste, enter, save. Okay, we're live on Twitch. We're live on, some of these are going off and they need to come back on. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on, come on TikTok, what are you doing? Is TikTok trying to stop me? All right, and we are live on TikTok. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist. Let me know how my sound is compared to the applause and everything, because I feel like I'm screaming. I'm Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist. So on this channel, it's really all about you and looking. Somebody saying YN means young N-word. Listen, this is how these people are referring. I'm using the lingo that is out there to refer to a certain type of human being. So after we get into it, listen, if you can compel me with a good enough argument for why I should not refer to these people in the lingo that they and you all understand, then please, by all means, let me know. I'm just new to this story too. A lot of you have sent this to me behind the scenes. I've seen one video on it, and we're about to look at Yanie's. I'm your host, Tonya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist. So on this channel, what we do is we look for ways that we can love ourselves more. From the one video that I saw that there were a lot of opportunities for this young woman. And there's another young woman enters the chat about halfway through, that there are many opportunities for these young women to love themselves, as well as this young man. I'm feeling like there's a vacuum of opinion that is not out there yet. And so I've decided that I'm going to jump in here right now and go forward. So this is Yanie right here. Let us get her up on full mass. Like I said, oh wow, excuse me, bless me. Like I said, please support her video. The link is in the description of this one on all platforms. So just click in the description, support Yanie, and support Black female content creators if they resonate with you. I'm a little loud. My vocals are a little loud. I can turn them down a little bit. How is that? Is that better? All right. I've turned mine down a little bit, so let's go forward.
This story.
All right, let's see.
Story time on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was like was cat. So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas, like the.
Is it just my video that's having the echo? Let me see if Yanni's original video has the echo.
She decided to do a story time about how she got flued out.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all who she talking about.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
Story time on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was like was cat. So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas, like the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram like, need you.
Hold on.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Hold on.
Everything was booked the fuck up.
Okay, hold on. It seems like the audio is, don't be putting no flute on me. Child, ain't no flute over here. So it looks like the audio is a little, so let me try a different video. Let me try BTaylor's video, and see what we have there. See if we can get, let me see if we can get a bit clearer audio there. So let me grab, where's BTaylor's? Here's BTaylor's video.
Hey guys, welcome.
All right, so this is BTaylor right here. You all know and love her. Let me grab the link for her video and put it inside the description as well. Let me update all of the descriptions and put hers in there. And see if this is a little bit better. If it's not, then we'll just jump around wherever. Ooh, okay, so here, let's see.
Get money.
Okay, yeah, this audio is a little bit better. Like I said, please support the original content creators who gathered these, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to make this video, because I just don't have the bandwidth while I'm in school full time. You all know that I'm a full-time grad student at the Ivy League level, getting my master's in psychology, and my days are just so pressed for time. Somebody says the audio was fine. For me, it was echoey. So let's go forward. Let me know if this one is better, because I hear this one better.
Was cat. So I met him on the internet.
Hold on.
And for those who don't know, my name is BTaylor TV, and I give my unsolicited advice and opinions about trending topics.
Story time on when
All
I
right.
flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was like was cat. So I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram, need you. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to give you me or whatever like that. So he like, whatever, we gonna exchange numbers or what? So I'm like, yeah, because he's some fine shit. I love dark-skinned niggas. When I say he, bitch, he's some fine shit or whatever like that. So on the internet, he got 2 watches, big Cardi, 6 cars, supposedly own his house, and he young as fuck or whatever like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, always posting mad money, etc. So that's my type. I love me a hood, get money nigga.
So I'm gonna just say right here and right now, her priorities are obviously not there.
Yeah, she's talking about what he's wearing and all that other stuff. Let's try to get through.
And he texted me, and I'm not gonna lie, there was little signs that I didn't like. Like if you on vacation with my kids, like I remember I posted my drink or whatever, and I didn't text him right back. he's on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like that right there was like, I only have my number for like 20 minutes, like chill out. But I let him slide. So we plan to see each other or whatever like that on this Saturday, right? And we plan for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where like, he's like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like, whenever you could come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that because it just was like good to be true. So we would only text. And like he'd tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse or he don't FaceTime back. So but I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him I'm like, this Wednesday. Like the Wednesday before the Friday.
I feel like this audio is messing up too. I don't know if it's just me or what. Let me try Yanie's video again and see how we doing over there.
Like literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just.
What? Why didn't he get the hotel? Why she getting the hotel?
Hold on.
To us folks that just don't know, it means young, rich ninjas.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Or whatever like that.
Hold on. Let's go back.
House, and he young as fuck or whatever. Like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, like always posting mad money, etc. So you know, like that's my type. I love me a hood, get money, nigga. So he asked for my number or whatever like that. So I gave him my number and like he texted me. And I'm not gonna lie, like it was little signs that I didn't like. Like if you know I'm on vacation with my kids, like I remember I posted my drink or whatever and I didn't text him right back. And he's on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like that right there was like you only have my number for like 20 minutes, like chill out. But I let him slide. So we plan to see each other or whatever like this, like whatever like that on this Saturday. That's it, this Saturday, right? And we plan for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where like he was like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like whenever you could come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that.
Let me speed this up just a little bit.
Too good to be true. So we would only text. And like he'd tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse or he don't FaceTime back. So which I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him, I'm like, look, this Wednesday, like the Wednesday before Friday. So I'm like, FaceTime me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy. He FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone before you really come.
Okay, so from what it is that I'm understanding, the Wednesday before that Friday, she still hadn't been on a FaceTime video with him. So, okay, so people are saying that the other audio was not as echoey because somebody said that this audio was fine. So from what it is that I'm gathering, so let's click back over to the other video then. She had not FaceTimed him. So it seemed like she was very eager seems like she's an adventurous woman. She was very eager to meet up with him. So let's go forward.
So I'm like, me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy. He FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone before you really couldn't, like he texting and shit like that. So he FaceTime me. He was real, looked the same, looked good as fuck. I'm like, oh, y'all ready, etc.
What you ready for?
And we talk. And I'm like, you ready? Like the next time, I'm like, ready? Like I can't wait to see you.
She ready.
You know, one of the issues that I have with the way that this conversation is being discussed is that there's some sort of shame in being physically attracted to, sexually attracted to men. You know, men do this. Men seem to shame us for being sexually attracted to them, for wanting to have intercourse with them. Is there any shame in wanting to have intercourse with a man and then still expecting for women to have intercourse? That's the part to me that's confusing. So I'm like, that's not the shameful part. Is there shame that should enter the conversation here? People are like, bring shame back. She wants to see him. She wants to be with him. She has children, and the father of her children has in the agreement the custody agreement, has the children on this weekend. She planned this for February 13th to be with a person that she has not only not met, has never been with, and hadn't seen. Like, so I guess she had her flight information and stuff and had not even had a video with this young man. This is
hot.
One of the things that I want us to please be very aware of, right, is when we're looking at these videos, this is not about them. This is about you. Always turn it back towards you, because the way that you're interpreting this has something to do with you. Your whole, just like a Rothschild diagram, like you see an ink blot on a page. What you see is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So when you see this, I need you to look for the self-love lessons inside of you, because we're not here to shame her. I don't want you to shame yourself. I want you to please look for what are the keys and the nuggets that you can use for how to better your own life. It is very dangerous. As a woman who has children who are depending on her, especially in these streets and the times that we're in right now, flying to another place without knowing the government name. If you haven't seen him on video, you don't know his government name. You don't have his government ID. Do you have a verified address that is, you say he owns his home. Have you looked up who is the owner of this home? Do you really know where it is that you're going and who it is that you're going to meet up with? Because women get disappeared every single day. We heard about the woman who gave a man a job in her bookshop. She was an activist. She gave a man a job in a bookshop. Next thing you know, you see her chopped up in his trunk, black woman. In a duffel bag, I believe he had her in. Was she looking for a relationship, or was she looking to just to bone? And is there shame in looking to bone? How can you go out and bone safely? That's my question. How do you do it safely? And is this safe? So let's see what BTaylor is saying here.
Saying look good as fuck. I'm like, oh, y'all ready, etc.
What you ready for?
You know what she ready for?
We talk, and I'm like, you ready? Like, and else now I'm like, ready? Like, I can't wait to see you.
She ready. Hot.
So he like whatever like that, but I feel like his energy.
This is like the conversations that older generations be having with the younger generations, calling them hot in the pants. How many kids Granny got? It seemed like her pussy was a flapping 50 years ago. Goddamn. All them grandmothers talking about hot, they vaginas was up in the air, tooted and booted, ready. And how many of them have children from how many different men? So when we start calling the young generation hot, I gotta raise my eyebrows, because though you in the church fanning yourself now with your little sideways wig on, Granny, what was you doing in the 1960s and 50s? Oh, don't lie now. Don't lie. You got 7 kids from 8 different men, and your children done seen 3 or 4 different grandpas come through. Let's not play the game. Let's not play the game.
Was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Cause like, I feel like your energy is like.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think
my friend would land like originally. So I'm like, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like,
yeah, you see what I'm saying? Her audio is like jumping around. I don't feel like we're gonna be able to get through this all in part 1. Let's go back to Yanie's with the echo.
So he FaceTime, he was real, saying look good as fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, etc. So Friday come and we talk, and I'm like, you know, like, you ready? Like, I'm at the Nelson, I'm like, you ready? Like,
y'all are wait a minute. YRN, it means to us folks that just don't know, it means young rich ninjas. I think that's what that means. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I can't keep up with all of these slang abbreviations. It's just too much for me to keep up with.
Can't wait to see you, I can't wait to meet you, etc. So he like, yeah, or whatever like that, but I feel like his energy was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Because I'm like, I feel like your energy is like kind of off, like you're not excited as you was. So he's like, oh, I just found out I gotta get my daughter or whatever today. Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:40 a.m. originally.
Okay, so let me just add let me just add this, right? She's leaving that night, and he doesn't seem really excited to see her after the FaceTime, right? And he's like, oh, I just got my daughter. From what it is that I gathered from watching these videos already, he saw her and he wasn't really that attracted to her in the video. So then rather than having that conversation and being like, you know what? You don't really look the way I thought you looked, or whatnot. I don't really think that this is going to work out. Rather than having that conversation, he's like, oh, I got to get my daughter, curbing her. But because because it's not clear, she's still getting on the flight because he's saying, oh, I got to get my daughter. And now things are getting rearranged. Right? This is a self-love lesson for all of us because, listen, we have all been in precarious situations before. Listen.
So I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you can still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house, and we can just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that, or whatever the case may be. So I still go. Like, I get my nails and I run to the mall. I get everything I need. I pack my shit, and I tell him like, all right, I'm going to Atlanta this time. I go to the airport. Mind you, y'all, I'm rushing because I'm always fucking last minute. I get to the airport. I board the flight. I whatever like that. So before I boarded the flight, he texted me this hotel, like Signa or something. It's like one of the best hotels in Atlanta. So I tried to book the hotel online, but everything was booked up. So I told him, I'm like, look, everything booked up because it's on Sunday weekend. So he's like, nah, you gotta call. So I called and like everything was booked the fuck up. Like literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just.
Why didn't he get the hotel? Why she getting the hotel? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Why is he communicating with her about getting the hotel? If he paying for the hotel, why don't he just? Does that not make sense to y'all?
Because she was more into it than he was.
I don't know. When men be paying for stuff with me, I don't even know what card was used. I didn't see the transaction go through. I didn't see none of that. My name's on it though. That's it. Why she handling with this? Why is she even calling the hotel?
While she's on the flight.
Booked it. I'm gonna get you from the airport. So I'm like, what's your budget? So he like, what you mean? I'm like, what's your budget? Like, I'll book the room, but when I land, I'll still get my money back or whatever like that. So I want to play.
This is exactly why I said what I said just now. What do you mean? He gonna pay you back? Oh man, he don't even know. It don't seem like he really is into her.
Exactly.
And I don't think she's getting the signs because, I mean, when a man is really, really, truly interested in you, he's gonna take the initiative. But if he wants, something from you, then he'll lead you on into thinking that he's really, really into you when he's really not. That's what I'm already getting.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm getting.
He's like kind of playing into this. I don't know, like she wants me. I guess I'll want her. But I'm not going to go out of my way, though. Because really, I can get some box from anywhere. That's what I'm getting.
Y'all, the plane done took off. So the nigga like, oh, the least you could do is pay for the room. So I'm like, huh? So this when a mishap coming. Because I get it, okay, we supposed to stay at your house originally. But then your child came into play. So now we got to go stay somewhere else, which is cool. Because I think the hotel is better anyway. Because you don't know me and I don't know you. And it's more safer, I feel like. So.
Girl, what? She don't know him? And she going to a hotel? She don't know him and she flying out? She don't, is he paying? Like, is she selling? I'm confused. Let me read this again. Story time when I flew to another state to meet this young RN that's lit on the internet but life cap in real life. So is she selling? I'm confused, y'all.
It doesn't sound like she's selling to me.
I'm gonna fund the rest of the trip. Baby, you a whole scammer. You think I'm paying for a motherfucking hotel for you to come fuck on me? So he all like, yo, I feel like you could pay for something. I'm funding the rest of the trip or whatever the case may be. So we start arguing or whatever like that. So then the plane land.
The reason why I'm confused, y'all, I know she ain't doing all of this for some D.
So let's answer the question, why is she doing this from our point of view? Every single one of us is going to have a different idea of why we feel that she's doing this. Me personally, I think she's doing this because maybe she's not had a special Valentine's Day before. Maybe because of all of the hype that surrounds Valentine's Day, that she wants to feel in that energy of being desired, of having a Valentine, maybe to post some pictures online or whatnot. However, at what cost? And the thing about it is that we have to look within ourselves to see what is the difference between what is being promoted online and what is existing behind the scenes for ourselves, right? For ourselves. And listen, it's wonderful to feel that feeling, if only for one night. What was it, Luther? Who said, let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me something slow. It's something. Who is that, Luther? It's like we're risking it all for a night of good feeling. At what cost? At what cost? Yeah, like, subscribe so that you can find the videos again.
I know that's not what this is about.
Whatnot, like it don't make sense.
Hold on.
Hotel, but you scamming, you hitting all these licks, all this big money you posting. I mean, like $20,000, $30,000. You can't book a $300 hotel. I just felt like if you brought me to your city, you should make sure I'm good. Like if you came to my city and something happened, I'm gonna correct it before you get down and figure this shit the fuck out. Cause I mean, why wouldn't I? Like it don't make sense. I didn't ask to come here. You wanted to come. Now I agree, we wanted to see each other, but still, like, what? So when I landed, the nigga arguing, going all back and forth for shit. So I'm like, listen, cancel your sitter, stay home with your kid. Go ahead and buy. I'm cool. Like I ain't even link you no more, etc. Y'all, this nigga was like, oh, you must be coming to come see another nigga. Nigga, what? I took off from my job, stopped one of my business to come see you. You talking about another nigga? That's your
Girl, you did all of that to go see a man you don't know like that? This some stuff you do in your spare time. This honestly, this some stuff you don't ever do. But I mean, to make it make sense for me, I mean, you know, maybe you got a day off. Maybe
that's
you got a 3-day weekend. You know what
going on? Like $300 is nothing. So I'm like, if I book this hotel, you can't come. So that's what the fuck I did. I booked the hotel, and shout out to that Spirit flight attendant because yo, he stayed in that airport with me and found me a hotel. Yo, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to stay, like at all. But I booked that hotel, y'all. And I left that nigga on red. Like I stopped.
Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta go back.
No, don't go back. Don't go back.
That's wild to me.
Don't go back.
Mad because I trip like Atlanta cool. We used to do that for New Year's, but like just to go and spend that much money, it was just like I could have went somewhere else. Like that was kind of crazy. So me personally, I just feel like his lifestyle gotta be kept because I done dealt with some big money niggas. Like I mean, rich niggas like that's running businesses to get legit money. I done dealt with a rapper. I'm not gonna say who the fuck he is because he is a big rapper that y'all listen to every single day. And niggas with money ain't complaining. They're not doing all that. Like I'm telling you, they're not doing all that. Like when you come see them, they have everything into play. Everything.
And it never clicked that maybe he's not.
So to just add my context here, she says that she's dealt with other men who have flown her out and $300 is not a big deal to them. So this is a sign right here that something is amiss. This is a sign that you're saying that he's showing $20,000-$30,000. So how much was he invested in this trip? Listen, we have all made mistakes in the past. So I want us, what is the lesson for us moving forward? When we're having trips with people, right? Are we going, like, if you want to go, are you going half and half? Is he paying for everything? Has he put any money up front? What is his investment in this endeavor? And this is what I want us to ask ourselves. What is the person that we're meeting up with? What is their investment in this?
I never really seen him go out and do nothing or anything like that. Like he not in the mall blowing no money. Like he ain't no 5-star restaurant. Like he really don't be doing nothing. Like he might go skate or something, but like other than that, like that nigga don't be really doing shit like with the money he's supposed to have. Like you got.
But you got on the plane to see him. Like y'all, do girls know how they be looking when they share these stories on social media?
Come on.
You talk about them crazy now. Like why would like I don't get it. That's crazy.
You told me not to come. When I checked in with you and we spoke, you told me to still come. It wasn't an issue. And you gonna get a sitter. Like what? That don't even make sense. Like make it make sense. I would've stayed the fuck home. I'm not that pressed to see no nigga. Like, bitch, you know I get niggas. Like what? Be for real. I was just.
This sounds like there's a little bit of a conflict here. So she's saying she gets men, but she wanted that one. You could get a lot of different things and still want a particular person, and that is all right. However, we have to look at ourselves and see how it is that we're moving, and are we moving safe? Are we moving in a way that supports our self-love, that indicates our self-love? Are we?
I said the fact that you still allow me to come or whatever like that, knowing that you was gonna do that or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying he lying about getting his kid, because bitches do that. Like bitches that know it's a Valentine's Day week or something going on and be like, oh yeah, you not, I'm gonna stick him with the kid because I don't want him to be with no other bitch. So it do be like that, but still, like, come on, yo. Like I don't live down the street. I live in another state. I flew there.
Oh, wow.
So I know some of y'all wanted to know how old she was. 31. She 31. This boy she was being flued out.
Fucking life. But if I say I'm fucking with a nigga or I'm talking to a nigga or trying to fuck with.
Hold on. Let's see how old he was.
She paid for everything.
Hold on.
He 25.
25. That's.
And then they saying that she paid for everything.
One thing about me, I ain't never been delusional in my motherfucking life. If I say I'm fucking with a nigga, or I'm talking to a nigga, or trying to fuck with a nigga, that nigga trying to fuck with me too. Like, make it make sense. Like, be for real. How the fuck did I know all this about you, your kid? I know the daughter name and everything. The daughter name, how old you is, when her birthday is, when your birthday is, where you live at, where you came from. Like, if I'm a complete stranger, how the fuck do I know all that? I live in New Jersey.
So there's someone here, Tonya is saying, but she was pressed to see him. Okay, and let's talk about what is wrong with wanting to see a person that you're attracted to. Let's just discuss that. What is the matter with that? That's not the issue. The issue is whether or not the way she went about it was supportive of herself, her self-love, her self-respect, her dignity. Was it supportive of that? And I want you to look at your life and the decisions that you're making. Whether or not the decisions that you're making, the people that you have in your life, like this is a situation that she is in. However, it's not good enough for us to just sit up here like we're in the Coliseum trying to shred her and rip her apart. If we can't take the self-love lessons for ourselves, then all of this is for naught. Because when she is on her deathbed and on her dying day, she has to look back and account for her life. When you're on your deathbed and your dying day, sitting in a room all alone in your rocking chair, and the angel of death is coming nigh, it is going to be your opportunity to look back over your life and see how you did things. Make the accounting for your life. Is there something wrong with being so attracted to a person that you want to see them? No, there's nothing wrong with that. However, is the way that you're going about it upholding, uplifting, supporting your self-love, your dignity, your self-respect, your self-care? Is it? These are the questions that I have for you, for something that you're going through right now in your life, for something that you're planning right now in your life, for something that is happening to you right now in your life. Are you supporting your self-love, your care, your dignity, your respect, your upliftment? Are you doing that with your behavior, right? And then someone says she's desperate for a father figure. Is she? The boy is younger than her. The young man is younger than her. Is she looking for a father figure in a person that's younger? I don't know if that's what it is. And it's not for us to figure out because her life is hers. I could imagine that with a younger man, that they're more virile. Let's not shame her for the younger man. They have more stamina. They get back up quicker. Let's not play the game because these 50-year-old men want to go out there and they want to talk about all of the benefits of being with a younger person. What are the benefits of being with a younger man? They are most often than not leaner physically, have less incumbent health issues than someone who may have not been taking care of their life and has been impounding for 50 years. Their testosterone level is still in peak status. Let's be very fucking for real about that. Whether or not a person is going to fly across the country, and I don't know where she flew from. Whether or not a person is going to fly from across the country for a 60-year-old P, or 25-year-old D. Come on now. I mean, if we're going to tell the truth, let's tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me. All right? Oh, for real. So there are plenty of benefits. However, does the cost outweigh the benefit? So apparently she paid whatever it is that she paid for her flight. I don't think Spirit flights are very expensive, but she paid her time to get on and deal with those Spirit people. Right? She paid $300 for the hotel, the cost benefit analysis. And then we have to factor into the fact that this is a single mother who is going across and she was going to stay in somebody's house whom she had not met physically, didn't see no government ID. This is getting very dangerous. The hotel is the safest option. However, are you investing in a trip for a person who's also investing in you? It is time. She's from Jersey. Oh my Lord, not the East Coast going down representing like this. Oh my ass. Let us go and get into our dance break because it is time for us to do our movement. And then we only have another 15 minutes on this video, then we'll come back out for part 2. Oh, I have a new channel. If you all don't know, my admin just put the channel up there. Let me repost this so it can show up on all platforms. I have a new channel and I put up my first skit over there. It's Tonya TKO 2.0. There it is. Make sure you go and subscribe to the new channel, like the skit that's on there, comment on it. Let me get our music up so that we can bust a groove real quick. She says she didn't fly Spirit, she flew Delta, but the video showed her at Spirit because she was asking an employee for help or something like that. Oh, okay. I don't know because she said that a Spirit employee helped her. So that I'm glad because Spirit, from what it is that I hear, is not. Let's see if we can get some dancing music up. This one is called Rue. If you ever hear any music on my channel that you like, just Shazam it. Okay. All right. So listen, one of the rules on my channel is that every 35 minutes we get up and we move. And I hope that these movement breaks have followed you into the rest of your life so that you get up in your regular life. This one is called Chilling With You. It sounds too chill. Let's see. This is called Two-Stepping. Let's see how we feel about two-stepping. Wait, somebody said she risked it all to
Wednesday night at the same old spot, spending every dollar I got.
Let's see. That's a little. So she was so attracted to him, she wanted to eat his bottom. Oh my gracious. For someone you not even. Woo! Oh, this is too slow, or is it? Let's see.
But I'm tripping, oh, I'm wishing I was feeling different, looking for.
Okay, that's a little slower than I want. This one is called Come My Way. I'm not finding a song that I want. Let's see. This one kind of sounds Afrobeat-y, so let's look up Afrobeat. Let's see what we have.
When you
Let's see what we have here. Let's see. I don't know. I want something a little faster than this, but
of light, and we will never let up. Never
oh no. Let's try something else. Let's see what we have. Come on. Are all Afrobeat songs so slow? I thought they were faster than this. Oh, it's too low. It's too slow. Let's try something else. This one is called 1,000 Days. Let's see.
Amaro.
Baby, you my only number one, got it.
Nope. This one is called Get Home. Let's see. So she out there trying to eat the boy pussy?
I've been gone for too long.
All right, we can dance to this. This one has a faster pace. Let's go.
Find my way in.
Come on.
Searching for where I did belong. Coming up with a plan. Somewhere I can begin. Memories of my hometown keep crawling back in my head. My hometown. Been around the world all this time. Still couldn't match how we felt. I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home.
He said he can't wait to get home. That was her
familiar faces. The sound of my homeland. She calling, I'm all in. Been traveling the globe for a while and I had a good time, but memories of my hometown keep crawling back in my head.
She should never left her hometown.
Been around the world all this time, still couldn't match how we felt. How we
But
felt.
she had that
I
feeling.
can't wait to get home. Carry the roots in my soul. Feel the heat of the sun. This is where I was born. Music in the air of the night. By the sound of the drums.
I know it's
where
colder.
the rhythm begun.
Hey. All right. Whew. If you dance to that, you got 2 minutes and 39 seconds of movement in for the day. All right. Let us get back to this video because we have just about 10-15 more minutes. Oh, let me. Whew. Oh my goodness. Whew. I want to put my hair up. How are you all doing out there? Like, for real, I really want us to focus on ourselves because at the end of the day, she has to account for her life and you have to account for yours. Point blank, period. Like, I understand that we can sit up on the internet and we can get into a kind of gladiator style where we just ripping people apart. Angelica, you should have gotten up. That's what it's all about. Let us set the time because we need to be off of here in 20 minutes. Well, it's 5, 10, 15. Let's do 18 minutes so that I have a few minutes to log into my meeting. So that's the last amount of time that we have. So let's see if we can get through a little bit more of this. And then we'll come back later. This is just the teaser. Okay. So Musima got up and danced. See, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to get up and you have to move. All right, let's get back to the video. Here. Whew. Where is it? Right here. Oh, we got to make it larger. Here we go. All right.
I don't know nobody from Chicago. I don't know nobody from Atlanta.
Hold on.
At all. The fuck, I was there for you. But again, messages and DMs and all that shit, other shit online. Even when I was leaving Atlanta, or whatever, you know my flight was in the morning time. You called my phone. I got that screenshotted too. Like, what the fuck are you talking? I'm not doing this at all, baby. I'm 31 years old and I look good as fuck. And I step. My motion real. Fuck is you talking about? Like, come on. Like I said, real niggas ain't counting with $300, and that's just it. Say what the fuck you want to say. Keep your image. Thirsty? That's crazy. Because baby, I got a lot of water downstairs. Too much of it.
So, girl, why didn't you drink it before getting on that damn flight? And he didn't even buy your hotel, book the hotel. You had to wait in the Spirit Airlines.
So see, part of the issue that I have with the way that this is being discussed, right, is that sometimes when we get onto the other side of a situation, we forget what it's like to be in the situation, right? Not everybody has maternal guidance. Not everybody has a clear sense of self-love. Sometimes we really just don't know how to move. So if we're going to take the time to do our videos, what is it and why is the reason that we're doing our videos? Are we doing the videos to shame and beat down on a person that apparently already may be suffering from lowered esteem? Because a person who truly values her time, herself, her body, is a person who truly values her safety and her life going to move like this. Is a person who is truly being loved in the right way going to move like this? That's the question that you must ask yourself, because you need to look and see how you're moving in your own life. What are some things that she could have done differently in this? Let me just say this for all of the young ladies out there who are thinking about going on a trip with a young man. Make sure that the finances and how things are being split, make sure that the desire that he has to see you, especially like, let's say let's say his desire to see you was like, he was real hot to see you from pictures. And then after you have a video with him, that heat cools down. There could be a reason why it cooled down. Have that conversation with him. How attracted are you to me now that you've seen the video? Part of the reason that I make my videos without makeup on is so when you all see me out in the damn street, you don't ever have to say, oh, Tonya, I thought you looked a different damn way. No. You don't ever have to say. If anything, when you all see me in the street, you all are like, oh, Tonya, I thought you were much taller. But can't you see I'm itty bitty from the way that I'm standing up? Can't you see I'm a little thing? So yeah, no. So, when we're using these filters and these airbrushes and all of this other stuff, changing our eye color and all of this other stuff, do we look the same that we do when those things are off? Why is it that we are created, that nobody knows what it is that we look like online? So what are some of the things that we can do differently? Have a conversation. Okay, now that you've seen me in video, what is your level of attraction like? I've said this to people to say before, and they're like, oh no, it would be implied that they want to see me, that they're attracted to me. No, that's not necessarily true. They could just want to climax. It doesn't mean that they're really attracted to you. They could want something from you. They could want your money. They could want your body. They could want something from you, but it doesn't have to be that they're attracted to or enjoy spending time with you. This is why I support conversations and having decent, open, honest conversation. Here we go. And then also, make sure that the person is as invested in seeing you as you are in seeing them. Listen, I've made my mistakes. Let me tell you how I played myself when I was in my 20s. Same type of situation. A man I was really, really feeling, not the same, not the same type of situation, but the same type of situation where the guy is like, well, I'm going to pay for everything else on the trip. Then why don't you just take care of the flight, right? I won't do that again. I won't. If he hasn't come up front, if he doesn't have a stable history of coming out of pocket and investing, I won't. Because, so let me tell you, when I was in my 20s, same type of dialogue where a man was like, oh, I'm going to pay for everything, so why don't you just get the flight, right? Let me tell you, I've never told this story publicly. I'm going to tell the story for the first time now. I paid for my flight to see him because he was talking about this, that, and the other, oh, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I paid for the flight. Let me tell you, the men that you think you know, you may not know very well. You don't really know them until you see what's in the hidden dark crevices of their internet browser, in the depths of their email, in their phone. You don't really know them. So when I went out there, right, I just so happened to, I think he had logged me in to be able to check something on his computer. And one day, the goddess nudged me on the inside and said, open up his computer. Goddess nudged me. And I said, no, I don't want to open up his computer. That's not my computer. I don't want to be in there. Goddess nudged me and said, open up his computer. So I said, okay, Goddess, I'll open his computer. I opened his computer. I said, there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, right? Goddess said, go into his email. I said, no, I don't want to do all of that. Goddess made sure that a little notification, listen, this is way back in the days with MSN Messenger. How many people here were old enough, old school, remember MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger? Goddess sent through, Goddess said, I'm going to send a message through right now. A little message clicked up on MSN Messenger, right? So I said, okay, goddess. I clicked on that bitch. That bitch took me to his email, logged me into his email from clicking on something down there. Let me tell you what I saw. Let me tell you. This man who had me pay for my airplane ticket to see him was just in the Middle East somewhere. Where was it? Was it Lebanon? I believe it was Lebanon. Let me tell you about what I saw. This motherfucker had gone to a whorehouse in the Middle East, let me tell you. And he paid money for a woman in the whole Middle Eastern garb to sit next to him and give him the time of day. I saw the email chain because he had this arranged with someone, right? And the person was like, it's going to cost XYZ, blah, blah, blah. He paid hundreds of dollars just for her in her whole Muslim getup to sit down next to him in her abaya, her hijab, all of that, right? He had to pay for her to just sit in. Oh, it's time for me to get ready to go, right? He had to pay for that. And then he had to pay to impress her with a hugely expensive bottle of champagne, right? And then he had to impress her and do all of this stuff back and forth, this game. He had to play this whole game, right? In order to get her to, take off a little this or a little that. And it all ended up, let me tell you what I saw. Let me tell you what I saw in this email. I saw a picture of this girl in her hijab, her abaya, all of this, right? And then by the end of the exchange, you know how they have multiple emails in the exchange? By the end of the exchange, I saw her with that thing off, with her hair flowing down, holding up her bosom, leg up in the damn bed with some plush white pillows and all of that. I said, oh, he had money for that. And I wish the motherfucker who I went through this situation with could see my goddamn video right now, because I never told him what I saw. I went quietly into the other room and I packed up my belongings and I left. Actually, I left and I got up and I just went backpacking. I traveled. Yeah, I did. But let me tell you, he had the money for that. But he said he didn't have the money for my plane ticket. They will invest in what they want to invest in. So I'm not sitting here acting as if I'm on a horse higher than this young lady. Not too long ago, I was that young lady. Well, not that young. Listen, let's not go too crazy now, but we in different times now. We're in different times, right? I will say, not too long ago, when I was in my 20s, I paid for my plane ticket to go see a man who said he really wanted to see me. And the investment that he had put down on the table was to pay for food and to have me stay at his place, which he says took the cost of the hotel. But when it came to really investing in the trip, he didn't invest. He paid for some food. Yeah, how much is groceries? How much is a night out here or there at the damn restaurant? How much is that? So if I were to give any advice to the young ladies coming after me who may not know, let me just say, if you're going to see a person who claims that they have romantic interest in you, make sure that they are invested, especially if you are putting yourself under their care. Make sure you know who they are. Thank God I knew who this man was. I knew his government. I knew all of that. Thank goodness I knew all of that stuff. Because back in the days, like, listen, before they get anything from you, it's very easy to ask them to send you a picture of their driver's license. Because they're so desperate to want you that they will do whatever it is that they need to do. Let me check on my time. Yeah. Yeah. Let's jump back into this video real quick and see how far we can get in the next 5 minutes.
What do they have a lounge area? Crazy. This is so crazy to me.
I ain't never been thirsty at all. But to let y'all know how that whole thing started, I came across the page on my explore page. This was like November. And I'm like, damn, you fire if you a real page? So he wrote back fast tell like, oh yeah, I'm real. Thank you. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I unfollowed him because it was giving fake. So he like, damn, you unfollow me quick. I'm like, yeah, because it was giving fake page. He like, nah, my page got disabled. Everybody think that. Left it at that, ain't talk to him. I was in Bahamas again with my kids. I posted the video. I could put the video on this bitch. And he was like, need that. Need you. And I'm like, I've been trying to get you me. Send me a voiceover. Oh, back in November, they blocked me from this page too, etc. You gonna give me a number or what?
Does she not understanding how she's sounding?
No, she doesn't understand how she sounds. This is why it is up to the people who know better to try to reach back and teach better. She says that she's not thirsty. However, what does thirsty mean? What does thirsty look like? How does thirsty behave? How does it? And what does thirsty mean? Thirsty means that you are, what does thirsty mean? Let's look up thirsty. Let's look up what thirsty means, because I know it means something about needing a sip of water. Let's see what thirsty means. Thirsty definition. Let's see what we have for thirsty definition. Okay. So here, this is the definition for thirsty. Feeling a need to drink something. Having or showing a strong desire for something. Was she thirsty? Did she have or was showing a strong desire for something? Yes. Is there something the matter with being parched? Is there something wrong with being in thirst? We all get thirsty every day, right? And listen, let me just explain something to you all. And part of the reason that I am glad that I am a psych major, because Freud has a theory, and Freud talks about the different drives that we have. Death drive, life drive. So let's talk about the life drive as it relates to this. Let's talk about it, especially since we have already heard the term hot. What is our internal driving force? This is a young woman who is 31, which means that she is getting ready to enter into that stage, or she has already entered that stage, where her body is sending her biological signals, rapid fire, to mate. Because at the end of the day, we each have a desire, and we are each imbued in each of us is the desire to procreate. There's no shame with wanting to procreate. There's no shame with wanting to be hot. This is how we were designed. And when you get into your mid-30s, right, those hormones are going to start grappling at your vagina. Those hormones are going to put a chokehold on that mother effer. Grab it between its two fingers and squeeze and say, if you don't get your ass out there and mate, I'm going to make your ass mate right here. Right? So we have a life drive inside of us that each one is embedded with according to theory and according to what it is that I have gone through in my own life, when those hormones get down on that task. However, primal, someone says, however, how is it that we can move? What can we do? Do we need to get a rose? Do we need to have a number on deck? Do we need to take care of ourselves and make sure that we diddle? Do we need to get the machinations that move around on the inside and scoop up against them walls? What is it that we need in order to be able to take care of that primal desire and keep us safe while we can just kind of calm down the hots? This woman risked it all for a man who wasn't really into her, but seemed like he was into her at first. So is she thirsty? Maybe she may not understand the definition of what it means to be in thirst. And it is okay to have a yearning for a person. It's okay to, it's natural, it's biological, right? And Carmen is saying this woman has 3 kids already. Well. At what point do we as human beings, do we as women learn from our mistakes? We know that children are not mistakes. However, if you have 3 children and you're not in a stable, loving relationship and are so desperate for a Valentine, it means that there were some calculations that had gone awry before. And so how do we deal with wanting to have a Valentine, perhaps being very hot, seeing a person we may be interested in, and wanting that loving feeling and relationship? What do we do and how do we vet to make sure that we are not on to baby number 4, that we are not risking our lives and risking our safety, and talking about doing analingus on a man whom you don't know like that and you haven't had tests done on? Let me tell you that anal area is a very, not only is it a potentially germ-filled area, it is also an area where those capillaries and those blood vessels get burst and disease spreads easily. This is a man in Atlanta who is categorically at higher risk for being in man-on-man relationships. So before you go and start dipping your toe in the pond in Atlanta, you have to make sure that you see how this person moves. Like that type of risk with your life? No. Especially when you're talking about putting your tongue on the anus of a person in Atlanta with all the DL activity going on out there. Is this a safe bet? So when she says that she's not thirsty, how well has she vetted this man? How much does she know about him? What is she going through and giving up in order to get close to him? Is that thirst? Investing hundreds of dollars in a person whose YouTube page you've only seen with no backup plan for other things in the area. So on that note, it is time for me to jump off of here and log into my meeting. We're going to come back with part 2. For part 2, I'll have more time to do a deeper dive. But go ahead and like the video, thumbs it up, and I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Let's get the self-love lessons. If we could spend 2 minutes. Let me reset this and put 2 minutes on the clock. Let's do 2 minutes of self-love lessons. So I want you to type SLL for self-love lesson and tell me what is it that you have learned from this first part of the video that can help you deepen your level of self-love. I know what my self-love lesson is, so let's see. Let's see if you all can gather some self-love lessons for yourself. So let's talk about it. Let's see the self-love lessons. On this topic, I have found no good humane answer. It varies from person to person. What's the question? How do you, let's see. That's what he said. However, after seeing the whole story, I doubt it. I need to find out more. So you doubt, so she wasn't trying to perform analingus on him? Let's see. And can you send me a video that has all of the videos in it? Because I would like to be able to see more of the videos so that, because I haven't seen what you have seen that made you doubt that. So can you go to TonyaTKO.com, click on contact, and send me what it is that you've seen? All right, women need to treat themselves on Valentine's Day. That money she took to fly and pay for a hotel could have had a 2-hour body massage, facial pedicure, and manicure, as well as buy a bottle of perfume. However, she wanted to be with a man. How do we balance the two desires, to be treated and to be in the loving, warm company of a man? SLL, to love and value myself, to do the inner work and allow myself to be authentic. I love that. Our self-love lesson needs to be from the positive, affirmative. Oh, wow, that time went quickly. So I need you to have the I, me statement, and we're not using words like never, don't, not. We're only talking from the positive, affirmative. I will invest in myself first. I love that. I will use my wise mind when assessing my desires and emotions and choose the action that serves my highest good. I love that. I love that. I love that. The need for all of us to connect on a level that satisfies us. Okay. Take time to love myself before venturing out to a person that values me. Okay, so let's talk from the I, me. It's okay to be a little thirsty as long as it went by too quick. It's okay to be a little, oh, I lost it. Okay, here it is. A little thirsty as long as I research first. If that's your self-love lesson, my desire is valid and I'm honoring myself. Let's change the self-love lesson to take out the word don't and see how we can change it around. Change it around. Okay, it is time for me to go. All right, my self-love lesson from all of this. My self-love lesson is about compassion. The people that you see being hard, you know why I'm not hard on other people? Because I'm not hard on myself. I forgive myself. I love myself enough to forgive myself for when I do things that are not up to my highest standard. I forgive myself. My self-love lesson for this is about empathy, about compassion, about loving myself enough to have forgiveness from myself and other people. On that note, I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. It is the top of the hour, and I've got to go right now. My meeting is starting. Peace. And stop.